Welcome. Yesterday I did my weekly analysis video and I shared that I have a favorite trade for the coming week. This could be the trade that I'm entering and that will run for a couple of weeks and will give me a big percentage of my profit. This is what I'm looking at, the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. This is the weekly chart. As you can see, price is in a particular range or is a certain area. So let's start putting on some lines for information that matters to us as a technical trader. This is a previous area where price found support. If we go further back, then we see that resistance was also met in the past a couple of times. So that's a good thing. But more recently, which is oftentimes more important, price came into this area. We saw talking supply and demand zones. Of course, this is one of those zones because, as you can see, when price came into this area, it skyrocketed back to the upside. Here again, it skyrocketed back up. This is kind of a strong bearish bar. So with this, by the end of the week, we really have to first see what happens on Monday before taking anything in this trade. I was already in this trade, but I'll show you in a minute how I got into that trade and how I get out of the trade on break even. So this is a level we want to know. This, of course, to me is something where price found support in the middle a couple of times. So when price does turn around over here, or maybe it will turn around later, we'll have to see. As technical traders, of course, we trade what we see and we do not forecast the market, or we don't have some kind of magic tool to predict the future. That's one of the most annoying things when I look on Instagram that traders put on, or traders, I don't know if you can call them traders, but people who put on photos of a before and after pick, like it's easy or it's simple as 1, 2, 3, you know, get in, get out. It's kind of, you know, it's not like that. It's not like that picture shows you that that person knows what would have happened and anything like that. Sometimes I want to put something underneath that picture and tell them, okay, this one was something you probably knew, but please show me your losing trades, because if you're a real trader, that's also a part of trading. So come on, be honest and tell the people how trading really is. But enough for that. Let's stick to the analysis here. So if price does turn around here, but maybe we will have a further continuation to the downside, and we have another zone to be trading in first. But if it comes back, that's why I put on this horizontal resistance line, previous support, but now it can act as resistance in the future. So it's good to put on those lines to know where price is likely to react. And then of course we have this area over here where price came in and found resistance a couple of times with this huge top here where price actually came through. We see a lot of pin bars, we see a lot of rejections here, so I think this is an important level to have on your charts. So why do I put these lines on the weekly chart? Because actually I want to have an idea on my risk reward when I do decide to enter this trade. So let's, you know, if I would find an entry over here, there has to be potential, like, you know, check out the risk reward. It's 1 to 1.5, or it could be this area, so it's almost 1 to 3. It could be this area, 1 to 6 almost, and then, you know, the mother of all trades, if this one does continue to the upside, we get a 1 to 8. I think the stop loss could be way more close here, so if we adjust that, of course we'll get an even better one. But a 1 to 10 risk reward is not really, you know, it's quite likely for a move like this. So I am looking for long setups, of course, and not shorts. So that's something we know. Then I go to the daily chart where I want to see how price is behaving, but we just put in this lower low. We also are seeing that price is very bearish, it's very strong at the moment, so we really have to see how this will behave from here on out. Also, I'll do it like this for now. This is an area on the daily chart, as you can see, that should be highlighted. Support, later on it was resistance, and you know, it's something to have on your charts. I'll remove it for now to keep it a little bit clean. Um, so and another thing, this all happened from here on. Um, so on a daily, it's quite obvious that we are still in a bearish move, and believe me, if price does turn around, it will react when it finds this trend line. So I would like to put that on my charts as well. And then something else. When I go to the 4-hour chart, like I said, I was actually already in this trade. Let me tell you why. Because I saw this move, and I saw that price broke out of this 4-hour down move, and then I saw the breakout, I saw the retest, and this is where I started to get into the trade. Then it started running, but I think it was the beginning of last week where price fell back into this area, made another attempt to get higher, but as you can see, price came into this area and it failed to break. So I moved my stop to break even, and eventually when it started moving, I got taken out of the trade on a break even. It doesn't matter actually if it's break even or it's a small loss or anything, you know, when it comes to risk management, which is all described in my book, by the way, then you know, my position was a well managed position. So even if it were to become a loss, it was just 1 or 2%, I think. So it would not have been a problem, and with a risk reward of 1 to 10, that 2% could easily be 20% in profit. So that's the way I trade. So in the long run, you'll probably notice that I would be making some money. So and right now we are looking at this move to be, you know, we need to have some price action next week. Oh, it's not possible. So let's see how far we can switch. Oh, let me. This is what I was looking for. This is the 30-minute chart. So when price is at levels like this, I sometimes go to a lower time frame, like for example the 30 minutes, to get myself. You know, it's kind of the same thing I do over here. I want to see that price will break this high for now. If it makes another move, then we got a new high, of course, and we need to break this trend line. So let's see if price starts moving to the side here a little bit, and then make an attempt to bounce back up. So that's how I pinpoint an actual entry. And let's go to the daily chart to identify the risk reward on this one. Like I said, we should go to the weekly. Ideal scenario would be the 95 area, but you know, let's let's be a little bit realistic. It would be amazing, of course, but you never know. But let's see if we can reach the middle of this whole price area here. Then that is quite likely. So let me see. Let me go down to the 4-hour or the 1 day for now. Point out what the potential is. So let's assume this area holds again for now, and we are finding a trade. Then we would be getting into a position like this. If we find a trade, of course we want to manage the position. That's the whole reason why I switched to the 30-minute or maybe hourly chart. We said the middle of the channel would be a nice way to go. So let's say price could potentially move in this area, which would be a crazy move, of course. It takes some time, you know, and if you're not comfortable holding a position that long, because you know you will encounter resistance levels and pullbacks, you know you will encounter these trend lines over here. If you're not comfortable doing that, there are also, let me take this off. There are also opportunities to find more in a way like, if price does turn around, what we are looking for from here on out, and then we can get a move back up to these previous highs, or maybe a move back into this support level that will be a resistance level. We got quite some information on the chart where price is likely to react, but of course this trend line would be an interesting move to go at as well. So just zoom in a little bit. For now, I only trade the bigger time frames, but to find a good entry with a good momentum and a good move back up could be interesting. Final thought on this thing would be that if we are this is all a scenario that you create on the charts. If this scenario we are expecting does not turn out, make sure you have a thought thought out plan or strategy to get out of this trade when it comes to proper risk management and a good place stop loss, because when price does break this level and continues moving, believe me, you do not want to be in the trade, because we are really entering a new zone which could result in a big loss, of course. So always um, make a plan for the potential of the trade, but also make a plan for the potential as well, but on the losing side. So manage your risk properly. If you want to know more about it, send me a message, or check out the information below this video. Make sure you subscribe, comment, or like my videos. It really helps me to grow my account, of course, and to continue helping you guys with this free content. Good luck. I hope you have a good opportunity to get into this market like I will do for the coming week. And if it's not the case, then make sure you have a plan. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.